Hi everyone, so today I want to show you a card that I saw, I saw something similar to this on Lisa Curcio's YouTube channel, but I've changed it slightly. I've actually put a stand on it because I don't like just flat cards, I like things that can stand up. So I've called it a top fold corner tuck card, and so basically this bit just untucks there, and then obviously you've got your place to write your greeting inside, but I just like that little tuck pocket on the side there, and obviously you've got a little stand on the back, so the whole thing then stands up. Okay, so it's quite a nice simple card to make. This is a 5x7 that I'm making. The papers I used here were Trimcraft papers, first edition, and I think the pad was called Let's Celebrate. So that's that one, and then the die, I can't remember where I got the die from, but anyway, yeah. So let's get into it. So for this, you're going to need some base card. I'm going to bring all my bits in. I'm going to do a male themed card today. So you need to start with, if we start with the base card layers that you're going to need, you're going to need a piece for the stand, and this piece measures 4 3/4 by 9.5. Okay, so on this piece you're just going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1.5, 5 and 8.5. Okay, and all you're going to do with that is you're going to fold down the 5 inch, which is basically kind of like in halfway really. Give that a burnish, and then all your other score lines go up like that. And the same with this piece here, like that. And then this little tab goes the opposite way, it just goes that way around. Okay, we're going to stick that together in a minute, but if you just put that to one side for now. Then you also need the main base piece, which is 5 inches by 10.5. And on this piece, you're just going to score at 7 inches. And then just fold that over. So you end up with a 5x7 card, and it's just got this flap on the front of it. Okay, so you put that to one side. Then the next piece you'll need, which you don't need to score, this piece is for the actual, just like on the front. So this is for this piece here, this bit. Okay, and this measures 5.5 by 3.5. Okay, so just put that to one side. And then the only other bit you need is you need a little piece of whatever matte card, or that we're going to score anyway. You need a matte card piece. Okay, I don't use the base card, I use the matte because I find that it just makes it pop. So obviously this is my matte card piece here. I could have done that in white, but I decided that I think it would look nicer in the pink, and then I embossed that section. So the matte card piece that you need is 3.5 by 1 3/4. Okay, and on this you're just going to put it with it along the long edge and mark at 1 3/4. And then what you're going to do is, if you take obviously if you've got a board where you can see where your lines are, that's fine, but I can't see where my lines are, so I'm going to go with the 4-inch mark. I'm going to put my scorer in the 4-inch mark, just slide it down, and then I know now I need to turn it round, so I'm measuring up. Basically you're scoring from the bottom corner to that mark. So I'm just going to line that up like that. So from the 4-inch, from the bottom corner across to that mark. So if I turn it that way around, you can see. So I've scored that way. I'm going to do the same again here from there to there. So I'm going to go to this 4-inch bit here again, and I'm going to line up this way around there, and line it up with the line, which is there, and I'm just going to score it. So then I've got a nice little V on my piece of card, and then we're just going to fold that over and score it, and this, not score it, burnish it. Same on this side like that. So you end up with a little triangle like that, and that's going to make our little pocket on the corner. Okay, so we can put that to one side. Then the other mats that you need and patterns, you need whatever you're going to have on the back. So on this one I've got the stripe. You see the stripe there, which is kind of like on the inside. You need a pattern and obviously the mat. The pattern needs to be, or start with the mat actually. The mat needs to be 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and the pattern is 6.5 by 4.5. So that's that one. Then you need a piece for the flap, which is this bit here. So I've used the heart paper on this one. So you need a mat that is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, and the pattern is 4 1/2 by 3. Okay, so that's the flap bit. And then you've got this piece on the front, this section here, with the cakes on it. And this piece, the mat, measures 5 1/4 by 3 1/4, and the pattern is obviously 5 by 3. Okay, so that's all your pieces that you need. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go ahead and stick down our mats and our layers. So our patterns onto our mats, and then I'll come back to you in a moment. Okay, so once you've stuck your pattern pieces onto your mats, you then want to bring in your base card, which is your 5 by 10 1/2 piece that you scored at 7. And you're just going to go ahead and stick your flap panel down onto the front of the flap. Okay, so we're going to do that now. Okay, so once you've done that, you're then going to take your inside piece, this is the big piece, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your little corner that you had, which is here, and you're just going to put some tape or glue just on this back, on the back 2 triangles, the inside 2 triangles. So I'm just going to do that. In fact, I'm going to use tape, I think, because I think I want it, once it's stuck, I want it to be stuck. Okay, and then what we're going to do is going to peel the tape, the backing off. If, like me, you've got little flap bits going over the edge, don't worry, just peel off the backing and just move those tape inwards like that. So what we're going to do is just take this, turn it over, and it's going to go on this bottom right hand corner. If you want to put it on the left hand corner, you can. I'm putting them on the bottom right hand corner here. So I'm just going to turn this over, get it all nicely butted up both sides. So I bring both the creased bits up, stick that one down, and then when you're happy with where it is, take the backing off and stick the other corner down. Okay, so you end up with that. And obviously if you wanted to emboss that or stamp on it or whatever, then obviously do that before you stick it down. I'm not going to put anything on this one, I don't think, because it's for a man, so I'm probably going to leave it as it is. I might put a little decoration on there maybe later on. So now once you've done that, you can then go ahead and stick that onto your actual card. Okay, so once you've done that, you're then going to need another piece of card that is also 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. This is the piece of card that you need to be white or something plain colour, because this is the bit that's going to go inside so you can write inside. So we're just going to stick that in, and we're going to stick that in there. Okay, so once you've stuck it in, it should look like that, and obviously just make sure you tuck it into the little pouch bit and stick it onto the back, don't stick it over the pouch. So that's my piece of card stuck in. So then you just want to take your base card piece that you had, and you're going to stick your pattern and mat onto the front of that, like that, okay? Okay, so once you've stuck that down, if you put your flap down and then lay your card on top, like that, you can then see where to place that front piece, so that you completely cover the white that's underneath. And then what I do is you can either get a pencil and just draw around very lightly the outside of the piece, or you can turn it over like that and just draw on the back here, just like that, and then just glue that bit there and stick it down. You just got to make sure obviously that you're not going to have any glue showing. So because I'm this way around, what I tend to do is just leave a little bit of a gap between my glue line and the pencil line, just to make sure, just to allow for a couple of millimeters of you know, mistake. And then go ahead and stick that onto the front of your card, nice and central like that. So you're only gluing that top section. There we go, there's no glue on the other side, you can't see any glue on the other side. And so there you have your card. And so basically all you need to do now is obviously decide what you're going to put for your greeting. This is how Lisa did her card. So she had it like this. Obviously that tucks into there. I'm going to let this dry first before I move it. And that's how it was. But you know, for me, that doesn't really stand up. And I like it to be able to stand up. So the piece that we made for the stand, obviously we've already folded it. So you've got that. So all you're going to do now is open it up. And on there, you're going to put some red tape. You can use normal, you know, wet glue if you want to, but I do like red tape because I know it's definitely stuck. Okay, and then all you're going to do is, obviously that's folded down, that's the sticky bit. You're just going to keep that folded at the top, bring the whole thing over, put it nice and flat, and just stick the whole thing down, and you end up with a little tent. Hopefully you can see that little tent shape. Okay, so now all we need to do is stick our stand onto the back of our card. So if we turn this over, we're just going to put some either glue or tape onto the back of there and stick it onto the back of our card. Now, as you will probably have noticed, your stand is slightly narrower than your card. Okay, and the reason I've done that is so that you don't end up, it gives a neater finish and you don't end up with it poking out the sides. So just make sure that it's central, left and right. And obviously it's that way round, as you can see. And that is basically your card done. So you just, as I said, you need to sort of a centimetre out on the front. And obviously if you wanted to put something here, you could. And I'm probably going to put something on there as well. But I haven't quite decided yet if it's going to be a birthday card or a Father's Day card or what it's going to be. So I'm not going to put greeting on it yet, but you can see how it's supposed to look. And then obviously that tucks into there, like that. And there's your card. So yeah, so I hope you liked it, and I hope you have a go. And yeah, it's nice simple card, not too complicated, decent size. You could also even use it for, I was thinking about maybe putting a gift card. So maybe when you untuck this here, if you put like a little glue dot in, you could actually just put a little gift card in there as well, maybe, or maybe attach one to the back, or there's all sorts of things you could do. But yeah, but that's the card. So I hope you like it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, and then you'll always know when I've got a video coming up. And we'll see you again next time. Bye.